Yes. Yes. Hello, Internet and Fantasy Football loving world. You are now walking with the best Fantasy Football Fiesta. The best fantasy football podcast on earth with the word Fiesta in the title. I am your host, Tarnell Mims. You can reach me at A Bowl of Tarnell on the Instagram and the Twitter. The website is fantasyfootballfiesta.com. The YouTube page and the Facebook page is Fantasy Football Fiesta. Here where we talk fantasy football every Tuesday during the football season. But I don't do this alone. I have a crew with me, a two-man crew. Crew member number one, introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Aaron Dion. I am your resident Bronco fan. You can hit me on the Twitter at AbolahOfAaron. And like I said, I am a Bronco fan, and this is a bye week, so this week doesn't even really count. This is a free one. Who gives a fuck? Let's get this over with.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, crew member number two, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, everybody. Jason here, resident Charger fan. Still a fucking Charger fan after that last week. Philip can't have perfect games every week, but we'll get more into that later on. You can reach me at STChargerFN96. I think there's 96 at the end of it. You can pound FF Fiesta. I'm fucking doing a podcast from bed, so let's rock this shit.
All right.
Got dirty.
Figured out by the
dirty.
Oh man, figured out from the little sign behind me and the jersey I got on, the vintage Reggie White jersey. I'm a Packer fan, and I am not happy with football right
Packer
now.
Owner.
And I'm not just a fan; I'm an owner. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this as we do every week. Just so you know, we don't just do this and just talk it just straight. We like to have a little fun while we do it, a little switch things up other than other guys. We like to have a nice little drinky drink while we do this. We take a celebratory shot in the middle, at the beginning of the show and throughout the show for various reasons, whether you need to take a penalty shot because you lost something, or you said something stupid or wrong, or just had a faux pas, a little mishap in your fantasy game, and that's how it goes. So, start this off. Let me pour this shot. Ooh, that's...
Get it going. Fuck yeah. Unlike NFL Network, we don't pretend not to drink.
Right.
We do it out in the open.
Listen.
Pussies.
Looking at you, Michael Irvin.
Listen, we're just honest with our stuff here.
Yeah.
Out in the open. No holds barred. Here we go.
Boom. To running back a 2-point conversion. Cheers, motherfuckers.
Yes, cheers.
Wow.
Wow is right.
He stepped out of bounds.
So, yeah, I'm going to say, let's...
Oh,
Did
white
he?
shoes and the white line. I don't know.
Yeah, new rule in the competition book. Everyone wants to wear black shoes or color other than white.
Yeah.
Well, shit, they're trying to get him away from that because everybody's rocking all these crazy-ass fucking shoes with pictures of their kids on them and shit and getting fined. He just wears all white shoes and wins the game.
Yeah,
Boom. Get your face, NFL, playing by the rules.
Did he step out of bounds?
Oh,
Sure
yeah.
looked like
Did
it, but,
he?
I mean,
Did he?
you know, it all goes back to the inconclusive evidence. So it sure looked like it, but you can't tell with 100% certainty.
Yeah, that was annoying.
But hey,
See, even when I saw the initial,
there was still a minute 22 on the clock, and we were able to move the ball, and we got a kicker with the leg. So it's not like that was a win-lose thing. It still was a tie game with over a minute left, and we were about to get the ball.
No, you have a really shitty quarterback, so you probably were just going to go.
Yeah, it's not good.
Wait a minute. How many interceptions did Simeon throw in the fourth quarter?
Oh, yeah. How many touchdowns does he have in his career?
What have you done for me lately?
I'm just saying, there's
one game. We'll give you one game.
There's not a guarantee that you get in field goal range.
No, not that's guaranteed. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just saying it's not like that one call was the difference between a win or a loss necessarily.
Clearly it was because you won.
It fucking was.
Yeah.
Well, we still could have won.
You scored points when you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was the last point scored. So clearly that was the difference.
Well, I'm saying we still could have had an opportunity to go score.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Hey, that block point after attempt that we ran back and got 2 points on. That didn't win us the game, even though it was a tie
No,
before
that won us the game. I'm saying that him being out doesn't lose us the game.
What are the rules?
It doesn't
not like that was.
What are the
it's
rules
not
on
like
that
a point.
linebacker jumping over the line? There has to be. Isn't there a rule?
It's
against
perfectly
jumping over the
legal,
line?
apparently. It's totally cool. Everybody's fine with just leapfrogging the line now.
My
Right.
God.
Because I've seen it earlier in the season. Some dude jumping over the center and just like kind of kicking him in the head a little bit, and it was fine.
Yeah,
So,
you can't use anybody else as a prop to springboard over the line. If you can get over the line on your own accord, then it's totally fine. But you have to be able to do that.
He freaking leapfrog that center. That was ridiculous.
Fast. It's spear a dude in the nuts when he's jumping over the top.
Yeah,
That needs to be the new defense on that. Just wait till that happens the first time. That's going to be funny.
Oh man. Oh,
Fucking Broncos.
So frustrated. Yeah, fucking Broncos.
Why is everybody mad? That was excellent. Everybody's happy about this.
No one's happy about this.
The Broncos and Chiefs were both losing in the fourth quarter, and my game hasn't started yet. And I'm like, yes, finally. And they both come back and get these miraculous wins.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Get over.
I don't think we were losing in the fourth quarter.
The game was
tied the
close.
game,
You
and
should
then
have
they
lost, is what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah,
Missed.
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I feel like the
We
stats.
should have won a whole bunch of games,
We
but
need to look up the stats of extra points.
Ooh.
I bet you 20% of extra points are missed in the league.
no, it ain't that many.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah, I would guess
number.
it would be.
Crazy number.
Yeah, that's it. It's way.
It's a lot higher. I like that they moved it. I think it's changing
I like
a
it
lot
too.
of shit, and I think it's
I like
pretty
it too.
cool.
It's
There's
showing
more PATs.
kickers like freaking Blair Walsh that they're gonna start firing people because they can't make extra points.
Well, yeah, and not just that. It's not automatic because that before it almost seemed like, well, this is stupid to kick the point after to do the PAT. Like we might as well just make a touchdown worth 7 and not even do it.
Yeah.
Because now it's all everything's worth something, and everything's a risk. It's a gamble, and nothing's guaranteed, and that's good for the league.
Right. I like it. I think it's been cool as fuck, especially when it works out like it did this weekend. So go NFL.
Oh God,
Roger Goodell, you're my boy, Blue.
oh dude, do not do that.
You're my boy. Don't ever do that again.
Seriously. Oh man. So Jared Goff looks like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Jared Goff seems like he's finally going to get his attempt. It's been announced, if you haven't heard already, that he's starting this week. Yeah, I guess they weren't happy with just 9 points. I mean, it was enough to win, which is crazy. God damn, it must suck to be a Jets fan.
You know the weirdest stat I saw? God, I don't have it in front of me, but the difference between the wins and losses when they score a touchdown versus when they didn't. They were like 2-1 when they didn't score a touchdown, and like 2-4 when they did. So yeah, something it was something fucking super weird like that. Whereas almost the same amount of wins, but they're doing much better by not scoring touchdowns just by the stats.
That's weird.
The Rams are all fucked up. Welcome to LA.
Yeah, but I mean,
and Jared Goff is going to go in there and just start running the ball backwards or some shit. I'm really.
He's going to get ass raped.
Oh man!
Not enough.
Exposed.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's
about to find out.
What do you think? All right, so the best line in football is clearly Dallas. We saw in that last run with where they took the final lead that they just manhandled the D line of Steelers. It was weird watching that. Like they all just fell over and collapsed. Really. Mm-hmm. And Zeke just did a couple cuts and it was gone. He burned them a couple times and where they just they couldn't catch him. Once he got to the second level, there was like 2 or 3 guys there. He ran right by him and that was it. That was a touchdown. Same thing on his little dump pass that they gave to him, and he took it the rest of the way. And it was so interesting to see him burn the entire Steeler defense for 83 yards. And I don't know if you can. There's not enough you could say about that guy. It's just that's a really special kid.
Yeah, they liked him a lot, and they're trying to bring him down with all this negative publicity. And did he do this, to this girl, or did he do that to this person? And he's still rocking it. He's still rocking it. Yeah, he's being accused of either sexual assault or hitting somebody back in college, and they're trying to get back at him and blah blah blah. whether he did or not, I mean, find the proof and then bring it out. Don't just assume, because then people are going to think differently of him. But that O-line has been the same for 30 years. So,
Well,
I don't know about 30 years.
Yeah, the same O-line for 30 years.
Yeah, easy there.
More like 4.
I'd say about 4 or 5.
Yeah. That's not. I mean, if you go back to the '90s, they had a good O-line then, but there's a big chunk in between.
There's a big gap where they were not. This is why Tony Romo's not playing right now.
I'm true, but what's his name from the left for Philly, and then now is in Tennessee?
DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, he had the line obviously because he sucked with Philly, so they had a pretty good line with him too.
Well, it was the same line that we're talking 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You go back, 5 or 6 years, and we got a whole different story. But that's neither here nor there. The line right now is a fucking beast.
It's super beast.
It's basically Voltron. They just combine, and they're an impenetrable force.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird just watching that whole line just lay down. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they ate those guys. And I tell you what, man, it really hurts me to discuss the Cowboys in a positive light. It's a lot more fun to talk shit about that team than it is to really give them the recognition they're fucking due right now. Right,
that's the problem. Is it's impossible to do that at this moment because there's no scandal, there's no Scissorgate, there's no Crackgate, there's no problems. They're just playing ball and they're playing good ball and.
And making it happen with 2 rookies. I want to see a co-MVP, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott for MVP.
And Tony Romo.
Co-rookie of the year.
Tony Romo had a humbling moment. He went out and said, hey, he earned the job. Dak Prescott earned the job. Yeah. So he deserves to be a starting quarterback. I mean, of course, Tony Romo's still getting paid $15 million a year, but he realizes that, hey, they're on fire. Let them stick with it, and Tony Romo could just kind of take a back seat right now.
Tony Romo's probably really fucking stoked to make over $1 million a game just sitting on the bench. I'd be happy with that.
His neck and his back and everything's really happy about it.
That's Matt money right there.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a bit of him that's just that competition, just like that public embarrassment of, hey, this kid took your job. That's the thing that's like with sports and being a coach and everything is if we lose our job, and if someone takes our job. Inner circle knows about it.
Yeah.
But not the entire. It's not national news when you. Guess what? You're not good at your work anymore.
He's getting paid $1 million a game. He'll be fine. He'll cry to the bank.
Fine, but there's still a level of pride there.
Yeah, for sure. But every single one of these guys that are in this game is going to lose their position to somebody playing better than they are. It may be next week.
It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time for everybody.
Everybody's just they're just writing it as long as they can, and I think they got to know that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. No, this is not a lifelong career unless you're coaching. If you're coaching, you can coach forever. But if you're just if you're actually playing, it's a limited lifespan. You eventually got to move on at some point in time.
Moving on down.
Speaking of moving on,
second string.
I don't know what the hell to make of my fucking team. I mean, listen, I knew we were gonna lose once I realized Clay Matthews was out, and I was like, yeah, that's a big blow to the defense. And we still, of course, we got Starks back, but it's not like he was featuring the run, so we were still going to this big running back by committee with Rodgers and wide receivers and everything else. But to give up 21 points in that first quarter, 31-16 that first half, it was just the whole thing was just a fucking train wreck. I don't know. I don't even know what to make of any of this. It's really frustrating to watch.
You've enjoyed the head seat at the table for a long time, and it's just you're not quite the same team at the moment.
Well, and again, this to me is the result of not. This is the result of not doing free agency, not having anybody else and just farming people, because farming, growing everybody in house takes a while, as opposed to just going and getting the big feature where you've got somebody, even if they're in a backup role. This is what happened. Was it last year when I was or 2 years ago when I was I brought up Chris Johnson. They're like, who are we talking about Chris Johnson? But because of injury, it turns out, Chris Johnson actually had some relevancy and some importance there for a minute. So if you could grab a guy like that, it would make sense for times like this where Rodgers isn't trying to do two positions at once, and we have wide receivers beating themselves up and shortening their life expectancy in their careers by playing running back instead of just wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's all the way around frustrating. But speaking of frustrating, I don't think anything's as frustrating as being tied at home and throwing back-to-back picks. One for a pick six.
Yeah, shit. Let's talk about frustrating there, Mr. Jason. Did we lose Jason? I think he might have just got offended by your comments and took off.
Did he? We'll get him back in a minute. Technical difficulties. But, seeing that and looking at what our pickups were, because just spoiler alert for later on, we all chose the Chargers. And I was sitting there, and this was my dumb drunkenness. I was thinking, I should have thought, okay, yeah, you know what, I should have bucked the trend, and it's possible the Dolphins could come in and win this. And it's the age-old adage with the Chargers: you win the games you shouldn't, you lose the games you should. And it's, you know what I mean? Games they should win, they lose. Games they should lose, they win. And
there we go. Okay, that one made more sense.
Hey, backwards is as backwards does. Mama always says. Life is like a box of vanilla that's supposed to be chocolate.
Well said.
Cherries taste better in the winter than they do in the summer with strawberries. See, we can just make up anything. We can just start saying stuff. It's totally fine.
I like that one.
So, I'm really just not as. Hey, look who we look at.
Hey,
we got Jason back.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we got a question for you.
Oh yeah, you left right when we were about to talk some real good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Because I said this was, I'm saying this is real hurtful and disappointing, but I said not as disappointing as being tied at home and throwing back-to-back picks, one for a pick six. So talk to us about Mr. Rivers there, because we all chose the Chargers to win that game, and Rivers fucked us, which is why in the chat, as soon as I saw that happen, I just typed in fucking Rivers.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to say to that.
It happens now. We are.
No, listen.
I have to go. Listen. We are on our 4th, 5th, and 6th receiver. So when Rivers says run this route, and then he changes the route at the line, and then the receiver does the original route, or maybe is too new to even do the right route, Rivers throws it where I'm pretty sure he was throwing the ball where it was supposed to be for 3 of those 4 picks. 1 he overthrew. But I'm just saying, I got to give my boy a little bit of props. But he did take the loss, and he said, you know what? I'm going to take that one. But understand that sometimes the receivers aren't at the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, and there's truth to that. You guys are decimated by injury and still hanging in there. I don't know if this one's
he still took it. So.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's the dagger.
Oh.
But, yeah.
What?
He said, I'm sure that was right for 3 out of the 4 of those. Are you sure you had that many picks where you're like, 75% of them, it was a receiver's fault? Like, you shouldn't have that many fucking picks.
You shouldn't.
It shouldn't be that many.
But
and the timeliness of them are the worst.
I'm pretty sure Philip Rivers has the playbook down. At least a little bit. The receivers might not.
You think?
I should hope.
Are you sure?
So I'm gonna have to say the receivers had something to do with it.
Then he might be a little. Then that's a leadership problem on his part for trusting his receivers more than he should, because it's supposed to be next man up, and that's not next man up. That's like, I'm not supposed to be playing right now. What am I doing?
Yeah,
and
that's this is what we found off the street. Yeah, although Tyrell Williams, I think, will be a great receiver. I think.
Hold on though. If you're gonna blame Tyrell, then you can't blame Rivers, because he's been in that lineup long enough where he should know. He's been in there for a few consecutive weeks. You can't blame him. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, but if he's supposed to do a comeback and he just does let me just stop here and wait for the ball, he should do a comeback and go and get the ball instead of just sitting there waiting for it. As DB picks it off and goes. Now, I'm not going to sit there and make excuses the whole time. He threw 4. He took it.
You just did.
That's all I'm saying.
He said the whole time. He said, he's not going to make excuses the whole time. Just during the first half of this conversation.
I'm done with those excuses.
Oh, man.
Fucking Rivers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure 3 out of 4 of those were the receivers.
Oh, hey, I actually just looked at my scores here. It's going to be interesting when we get to the burritos and shit because Tyrell Williams is in that combo.
He is. He did pretty good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just bad timing. Maybe if they have that pick 6 in the beginning, it's not that big a deal. But having it with 2 minutes inside of 2 minutes is not a good thing.
Yeah.
And then to follow it up with another pick, I don't know. Like just you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I don't want to win.
He threw 3 picks and 12 passes. That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Good is one word for it. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you feel like Phillip Rivers starts to like get fucking stressed at the end and start to force shit and try to make shit happen? Because it seems like when we get to the end of the game, you know, if they're not in a comfortable lead, crazy shit like this starts to happen a little bit more. Where
that's probably his one thing,
almost like an element of panic.
Yeah, when you have some quarterbacks, maybe like a Russell Wilson or someone who's just really calm and running around and knows what he's doing. Rivers does feel like maybe puts too much on his shoulders and he tries to force it and thread that needle too much. I've seen it so many times. That is probably the one dagger he has.
Well, good for him. Weed's now legal in California, and he can actually sit there and relax a little bit.
There you go.
Just enjoy yourself a brownie before the game. Oh, shit. We should change some of our food. We should change some of our fucking prizes out here in California now with weed being legal.
Oh, yeah.
We can give away the burritos, but we can give out a joint and a fucking brownie, too.
Yep.
What's wrong with the burrito and a brownie, baby?
Do both? Oh, man.
Do both.
I like it.
Do the brownie about 20 minutes before, followed up with a nice burrito. Life's good.
I'm in.
Life is good.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, shit. Since we're talking about bringing it up, let's get into burritos.
Segue.
So,
Fantasy Football Fiesta snack time.
Let me get to mine.
That's right. So, Fantasy Football Fiesta, we like to give out awards, and since it's Fantasy Football Fiesta, we roll with the Mexican food. So what we normally do, because this is how we roll out here in San Diego, is we pretty much live off of tacos and burritos.
We literally roll here.
Yeah.
Roll tacos, not taquitos, bitches.
Yeah, roll tacos, street tacos, different enchilada and carne asada plates, burritos, carne asada fries. For those that don't know what you're like, carne asada fries, what is that? So it's French fries covered in your meat of choice. Could be carne asada fries where it's like carne asada meat. You know, for those that don't know, it's just
it's steak. It's
marinated
steak.
I was going to say marinated steak, like flank steak, whatever.
Yeah.
There, you get cheese mixed in there. Depending on how you like it, guacamole, sour cream, all mixed in that little plate.
Yummy.
If you've never heard of it, Google it, look at a picture, and book your plane ticket because that's what we're all about.
It's hard. It makes it hard to leave this place. It really fucking does. You can switch out different meats. You can do chicken. You can do al pastor. Al pastor is a nice
pork
seasoned pork. You do carnitas, another style of pork. You can do whatever. You can do surf and turf. You have a carne asada and some shrimp in there.
Barbacoa. We haven't done a barbacoa in a while.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we ever did. Well, there we go. So this week,
decision made.
Winners are getting barbacoa burritos. The losers, the guy who does the weakest or underperforms the most on your team, they get stale chips, not chips that you can just go and dip like nice and salty and some salsa.
No, these are the chips that have been on the table a few times already, and they put it back in the bin because the guys before you didn't eat them, and they're back out on the table for you. So. And
they're really tough, and they're not enjoyable at all. They make you regret chips and even walking into the restaurant. So that's what you get. For the guy who should have been on your lineup, but that performed the best, but either by you underestimating their performance or you just fucking up in your lineup. The best performer on your bench will get a taco. So I say we all can do the barbacoa on the taco as well.
Woohoo!
Man, keep it consistent.
And as per new legislation, since we're a week out from our election, recreational Mary Jane is now here in California. So we will get a nice little prize, everyone, to like warm their appetite up, to get really extra hungry for this stuff, and just to enjoy the week a little bit, just take a little bit of the edge off. I don't know, brownies, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, whatever, cookies.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Anything you want, or you just want to roll a J, or you just want to smoke a bowl, whatever you want to do.
The future is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, and the future is weed.
The future is hazy, man.
Yeah, it's so hazy. That guy.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yep. That's good. All right. So, I guess. Well, who wants to start here? Just me as usual.
You.
Sure. I got him in front of me. Whatever. You're the host. Tell us what to do.
Right. Most.
I'm the host with the most. I'm gonna get this shit over with because this is frustrating as fuck. All right. So once again, I lose. I lose by 6.8 points, 92.8 to 86. Now,
you are the worst at fantasy football.
This year I am. And I really thought I wasn't going to make it because I had two people left to go at the end of the day. Well, here's the thing. I was looking around, and Des Bryant was kind of slacking off, and I should have had him in, but I didn't because I just wasn't – I was fearful of him a little bit. Just because I put him in before, and he got me crap, and he got the chips the other week. So –
yeah. And this is what happens when you start to have, a team that's not doing so well. Is you start to really dig in there and get a little bit crazy, yeah. But this move may not have been crazy, but this is pretty common. You get a few losses in a row, and you start to try to force that ball in there, and that Dolphins defensive back is running the other way with the ball.
Yes,
subtle metaphor.
All the way.
Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give the barbacoa burrito to Odell Beckham Jr. He has 70 points, which was the most on my team. And
Did you say 70 points?
17.
Okay, that's a little normal.
Yeah, if he had 70 and I only got 86, that would be insane. Everyone
You'd
else
have a lot of stale chips
still
to go
lost.
around.
Yeah, that would the entire team get stale chips. Fuck you all. No, he got 17. Now here's where it got weird. So I picked up Steve.
Oh
Smith.
no!
Listen,
You lost to Mike.
Way to go!
I lost to James.
Yes, you. No, sir, you didn't.
Yes, I did. That's this week I'm playing, Mike. You're looking at it wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I lost the turtle.
Okay. Then I take it all back. Erase that from the podcast.
All right. All right, that's gone. All right, so I picked up Steve Smith right before Thursday night's game, which was good. He got me 13 points. That's solid. It's better than having Mohamed Sanu in there. Now, what happened was I was supposed to look around my flex, and I just didn't. So I had James White in the flex because I figured he might do a little bit of work at home on Sunday night. He did not. He only got 3.8 points. Meanwhile, the guy who gets the taco is Des Bryant on my bench with 20.2 points. He finally shows up again, which would have been more than enough to win because I didn't think I had enough to actually win. And Tyler Eifert actually came through and did 9.6 points at the end of the on the end of Monday night. So I actually could have won this game, but as luck would have it, I just did not. I didn't have it in me, and it was disappointing. So I would give my taco to. See, the Vikings underperformed, but I feel like the James White thing was really fucking killed me more than anything. So, James White, you're getting the stale chips because I expected more than 3.8 points out of you, which is why you were in my flex. You didn't even beat his flex, which was Jordan Matthews. You got dusted by about 4.6 points, but still, 5.6 points. At any rate, yeah, whatever. I'm done with this. Those are my awards. That's my awards. That's my non-awards. Everyone's getting tacos, burritos, and stuff, and that's it for me for this. Someone else, take it away. Jason, talk about your stuff.
My barbacoa burrito goes to my boy, who I've been hoping to lean on every damn week. My number one pick, Antonio Brown, but he's been up and down with the absence of Ben Roethlisberger, is kind of hurting me. But He came through, 14 receptions, 154 yards and a touch. So 23.8 points from Antonio Brown in the loss versus Dallas. And I leaned on one of your boys, who was a running back and wide receiver in ESPN leagues. And he obviously is not a running back anymore because he fucked me. Ty Montgomery, 2 receptions for 11 yards, is the damn stale chips. Eat those stale chips and shove them down your throat, you son of a bitch. 1.4 points.
Right.
1.4 points from him. Luckily, I still won. I think I played Levi. Is that verbal assault?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Levi.
That's Levi.
Oh, good. If I could beat a Raider fan, I'm happy. And then my tacos, I mean, really, I did good. Everyone was on a bye week, or other people didn't really play. Terrell Pryor had 5 points, so I'd give him a taco because I could put him in instead of Montgomery. But it didn't really hurt me that much. So a pretty good week. Another win for double fuck Kaepernick.
Oh, man, I just could not. I really couldn't. That frustrated me because I thought I was going to have a win this week, and it just did not pan out.
Yeah, that one was rough.
That was rough. It was slow goings.
All right.
All right,
well,
Aaron, what's going on with you?
switching over to my team, I got another win. Still in first place. I'm literally 8-2 in this league and in first place. It's going a lot better than last year. Tarnell and I have switched places, and I am okay with that. Barbacoa Burrito is going to one of my new favorite receivers, Tyrell Williams, wide receiver for the San Diego Chargers. 5
Run a fucking
receptions,
route.
125 yards, and a touchdown. Good for 21 points in our scoring format, and that was the most on my team. There's a couple close. Kind of just like you, Jason. I just had, for the most part, most of my guys showed up. I had a good, consistent game, which is what I want to see out of fantasy, and it was enough to win. Going into this, I thought I was pretty much toast, especially looking at the projections. I was projected to lose by like 30 points. But no, I won by 7, and all is right with the world. So Tyrell Williams gets the burrito, giving out the stale chips. This one is disappointing to me on a couple of levels, and we haven't talked about this. But my stale chips are going to free agent running back Kristen Michael, formerly of the Seattle Seahawks.
As of like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news. Injury issues, blah, 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 blah. The dude was fire for a minute, and now he's the opposite of fire.
Now he's unemployed.
Yeah, now he's looking for work. Hey, I hear Green Bay needs running backs, so I'm going to hang on to him and see what happens.
Yeah, I hope.
He shows up in Green Bay, and some shit could change all of a sudden here. So I'm going to sit on that and wait and see what happens. And I'm going to offer that same advice to any Kristen Michael fans. Don't get crazy and drop him because I feel like someone else is going to pick him up. So wait and see what happens. But 5 rushes, 22 yards, 2.2 points in our scoring format, and that was by far the weakest on my starting lineup. And you can enjoy your chips in the unemployment line. Yeah, good times for you. Switching over to tacos, I had a couple that I could go with. It's not like any one of these was like, a huge failure on my part for not starting, but I could have scored a little more with a couple of these guys. Just going by the overall number, I got to give it to Cam Newton. I left him on the bench again. I just basically traded a bench player for a bench player as it's turning out here. But Cam Newton had 20 points versus Carson Palmer's 13. That was in my starting lineup. How am I going to not start Carson Palmer against San Francisco? So it was – I just couldn't not pull that trigger. It worked out well for me. Larry Fitzgerald did just fine. Carson Palmer had 13 points, but I could have had another 7. So that's the way that goes. Below Powell in the stunning 6-9 loss against the Los Angeles Rams managed to put up 15.4 points. I don't know if this is on your waiver list, Jason, but I've got him over the past 3 weeks. He's been in the double digits twice. So below Powell, I think he may make an adequate step in for the whole filled by Kristen Michael in the meantime. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So go Tyrell Williams. You are the king, especially while you're winning me fantasy games and losing the Chargers real football games. Man, it can't get any better than that. You're my favorite player this week.
Run better routes, you fuckstick. Could have 150
3
yards.
out of 4. 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Coulda, shoulda.
Coulda,
shoulda.
him too.
Worked out just fine for me. 21 points. I mean, he could have had 40. That would have been cool, but
What was your score last week?
I'm all right with how it worked out.
What was your fantasy score?
116.8 to 109.4. So it was a close game.
Close
I won by like 7 points.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine because he started Phillip Rivers against me. So, imagine if he didn't have -8 in terms of interceptions. I think I penalized for pick sixes too, so he might have taken extra heat for that.
Oh man, that would suck. You penalize them?
Yeah.
Well, I think the quarterback, if he throws a pick six, there's extra minus points. I think it's. I'd have to look it up.
And a kick in the balls too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get a punch in the dick, obviously, but I think we do like -2 for an interception and like -5 for a pick six, something like that. Hey, I mean, if your quarterback's throwing pick sixes, you're going to lose real games.
On the waiver wire.
You're going to lose fantasy games too. So as far as I'm concerned, that works in terms of scoring for a quarterback.
True statement.
Oh man.
Good times. But like I said, first place.
Yeah, whatever.
For now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get you.
We'll see.
All right, so what do you guys have for waiver stuff for us? Or is there anything in the waiver order?
Yeah, there's actually some pretty exciting news. I guess Christine Michael could be on the waiver wire. Hopefully, like Aaron said, people don't drop him and put him out there.
But hey, if they do, go ahead and keep an eye on him because I got a feeling he's going to pop up in a place like Green Bay where they're a solid team, but they're just weak at running back.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll kind of just go through quarterback all the way down. So we will get to the Seattle running back issue here. Joe Flacco, I see in our league available, $100 million man. I still think he's pretty decent as far as if you have a starting quarterback and he's on a bye, pick up Joe Flacco and then have him sit in there and give you 15 to 18 points. So that shouldn't be too bad. Other than that, there's really aren't any quarterbacks that are out there. Brock Osweiler, you just never know what he's going to give you. So I would probably stay away from him. So running backs, Thomas Rawls is available. I see him available in a lot of leagues. He was hurt for a while, so people were dropping him. And now that Christine Michael has been released, I think Thomas Rawls should definitely be picked up. James Starks is available for your Green Bay Packers. And so although he's not a stud running back, he's definitely – I think your only fucking running back. So pick him up and not start Ty Montgomery. And I don't know who Perkins is. Paul Perkins. But he's on the waiver wire, and he's projected to have almost 8 points. So running back for the Giants.
What? For the Giants, okay. I was like, how do you not know who he is?
I just don't know if they have a real running game. So I'd probably shy away from him, even though he's projected to have pretty good points. Robert Woods for the wide receivers available. This one's pretty interesting. Cameron Meredith. Did you see that what's his name got busted? Alshon Jeffrey got busted for PEDs.
Yes, he did.
So he's out for 4 games. So Cameron Meredith will be starting. So he is available. I would pick him up on the waiver wire. A lot of good people. Martellus Bennett for New England. Gronk is getting hurt a lot. He's having issues. Sand in his vagina.
Yeah, he is.
So Martellus Bennett should be a good pickup. He's still getting some points. Zach Miller for Chicago, still getting some points. Then, people always have to drop kickers and defenses. Giants defense is solid. Dolphins returning interceptions for touchdowns are always solid. Matt Prater is for a kicker, always solid. So definitely a lot going on the waiver wire. So go out there, do your picks today, and hopefully you'll find somebody on the waiver wire for tonight, and you'll see tomorrow.
All right. Good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and take a real quick time before we get into our last 2 things here. Don't forget, go ahead and check out fantasyfootballfiesta.com. Don't forget to go to our support link there. Go click on the link. Go ahead and do all shopping that you need to do for Amazon on there through our little Amazon link. Also, do not forget to sign up for Prime to get your 2-day shipping for free. I think you can have like 30 days for trial, and then after that, you can just cancel it. Thanksgiving's coming up, so if you need like a whole new a roasting pan, just order on Amazon there through the link. After Thanksgiving, we all know what's happening. It's all Christmas, and after Christmas, it's party prep for New Year's. So go do all your things that you need for that on Amazon through our little link there. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. Go ahead and follow us on, of course, you're watching this, so you must be seeing our YouTube page. And go ahead and do that. And don't forget to follow us on our little individual Twitter handles. Also, there's Patreon. If you want to just hook us up with a little bit of beer money, say, hey, these guys are entertaining enough. Give them $1 for beer.
Need more beer. Need more beer.
Yeah, we also should have a little tip jar thing on our YouTube page there. So somewhere, let's see, here or there, up there, that corner.
Over here, I think. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not sure where it is.
Need more weed. Need more weed.
Yeah, now it's weed money. But don't worry, we have jobs. We're not complete degenerates. We have jobs. Damn it. All right, so
that's how we pay for the internet.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. All right, so go ahead and do that. And, yeah, that's a little station identification, a commercial break there for ourselves. And now we're going to get into our little lineup guessing game, where I went ahead and picked a few people, say who would get more points. And I have picked those out from last week. And not only did I pick them out, I actually gave the point differential between the two people.
Oh. I feel like you should take a penalty shot for using such a big word.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. All right. So, now, here's the problem. Is I know I said this last week in my drunkenness that this could also be a shot game. But considering we did like 10 of them, I think we will all be dead regardless by the time we finish.
Unless we're all right.
Yeah, we weren't though. So
we weren't though.
I would say maybe just take more drinks in your beer or whatever liquid you have. This is not a shot game because you'll die. All right, so first up is the quarterbacks. We had Jameis Winston versus Cam Newton. Who would get more points? I did all the points scoring to like the standard NFL.com scoring, just so universally people just kind of get an idea of where we're at.
Okay,
so
perfect.
Aaron and me said Jameis Winston. Jason said Cam. Cam did get more points, but he got 3.36 more points. So it wasn't like a whole lot. We also said Carson Wentz against Matt Ryan. I said Carson Wentz. Aaron and Jason said Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got it by 6.64 points.
Jam.
Yes. All right. Now, next up, we went to wide receivers. We had Julio Jones versus A.J. Green, who would get more points in their respective games. Me and Aaron said Julio. Jason said A.J. Green. Julio Jones did edge him out by 0.70 points. So you could have started anybody in that respect, just so you know how close that was.
Yeah, both of those guys are must starts. Also, you said Julio. You're getting
that's not the shot.
You're getting a little close to shot territory there, sir.
Yeah, and you're from San Diego, so you got to get that right.
Oh, God damn it. All right, hold on. All right, so next up, we've got Cole Beasley and Tyrell Williams. Tyrell Williams blew him away. He had I'm the only one who said Cole Beasley. Tyrell Williams blew him away 15.2 points more. So that is a significant difference in your start right there because – 15. That's win-lose territory right there. Next up, there's the running backs. We have Melvin Gordon versus DeMarco Murray. Me and Jason said Melvin. Aaron said DeMarco. DeMarco won by 14.80 points.
Wow,
he edged him out. Yeah, that's a big gap.
Next. I didn't watch that Chargers game, and this is kind of the first Melvin Gordon's come up. How did Melvin Gordon do? It sounds like he didn't do so good.
He had like 30 or 40 yards. He was pretty much stuffed. He was stuffed the whole game.
Did the Dolphins just key on him?
Yeah, they basically just stuffed him down the whole game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And they were like the 30th ranked rush defense in the NFL, by the way.
Yeah, now they're like doing better with points.
Now they're like 18th just in one game.
You're right. All right. So DeMarco Murray, of course, went off against my Packers. It's frustrating. All right. Next up, this one wasn't even close. We had Zeke versus Devontae Freeman. Jason, you said Devontae Freeman. Zeke beat him. Aaron said Zeke Elliott. Zeke bested him by 30.80 points.
Oh,
So yeah, he got like 2 other players' scores worth of over Devontae Freeman.
That's shot worthy.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead and do that. All right, Travis Kelce versus Jordan Reed. We all said Travis Kelce, but he only did it by 1 point. He had like 5.10 points, and Reed had 4.10 points. So it's literally 1 point difference. So it wouldn't have been that big a deal to choose Reed over Kelce. Next up is Cameron Brate versus Hunter Henry. Cameron Brate of the Tampa Bay Bucks. I remember Jason going, who?
Yeah, I'm still saying who.
Oh, I thought that was me because I should remember going. I'm gonna go ahead and admit this, guys. I don't know who that guy is.
He's on the Bucks. All right, so and so I'm the only one that went with Cameron Brate, and I was right on that one. He bested Hunter Henry by 7.30 points.
Hey, apparently, we should have been paying attention.
Yeah, right? Apparently. All right, so next up we had the defenses. We had Chargers D versus Cardinals D. We all chose the Cardinals. We were all right by 3 points. The last of this for the last week was Chiefs versus Vikings. Jason chose the Vikings, and he was a retard.
A retard. Turn it around.
You were a retard. Chiefs won them. Well, not won, but they bested them by 10 points. So it was like 13 points to 3 points. So that was how we did with our lineup stances last week. So here we go. Yeah, it's interesting when you start seeing some of those. It's like, this guy's gonna be more points than this guy, and maybe they do, but not by much. Others will blow people away.
I am curious how Cameron Brate did against your tight end.
My tight end?
Yeah, let's see if we can't look that up because you're like the only one that knew about him. Let's see if I can navigate fast enough.
Oh yeah, I wasn't able to get Cameron Brate. Someone else.
He's already. Then I guess it doesn't matter.
Right. Because if I could have,
I
was looking for him.
All right, we'll just cut this part out of the podcast too.
Oh, all right, yeah, sure. We'll fix this in post. All right.
Yes,
so here we go. Here we go. And now we're on to this week's little picks. First thing we're gonna ask: Andrew Luck at home against the Titans versus Derek Carr at home against the Texans on Monday night.
Oh,
who's getting more points?
I'm going to go Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he's just on a mediocre team at best. So I think he's still going to put up points, but they'll probably still lose the game.
All right.
I agree with everything.
I am going to book the trends. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the only time.
I am going with the Oakland Raiders. I'm going with Derek Carr.
Isolate that clip.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Alex Smith at home against the Bucks, or Andy Dalton at home against the Bills.
Ooh. I'm probably going to go with Dalton versus the Bills, just because he has good firepower out there with Eifert and Green. So I'm going to go with Eifert. I'm going to go with what's his face?
With the ginger?
Yeah, the ginger.
But he has no soul.
Ginger power. All right.
I'm starting to get faded here. What was the choices again? It's Dalton versus who?
Dalton at home against Dalton at home against the Bills.
Oh, Alex Smith. Yeah, Dalton.
Alex Smith at home against the Bucks.
That's right. I just erased him from my brain as soon as you said his name. I was like, oh, the other guy.
Yeah, I am also going to choose Dalton. All right. Running back time. DeMarco Murray on the road at Indianapolis or Le'Veon Bell on the road at the Browns.
Oh,
They've both they both should be able to stomp their way through things. So
I have Le'Veon Bell on my fantasy team, so I'm riding him all the way, and he's gonna he's probably gonna rush for 200 yards.
Let's isolate that clip. I'm riding him all the way.
I'm riding him, baby.
Mark it down. Oh God, I feel like both of these guys are gonna go off.
That's why I chose that match, that comparison. If you got lucky,
I like DeMarco Murray. I'm gonna go that route. Fuck it.
I agree. All right, next one. Lamar Miller on the road on Monday night at the Raiders, or Jay Ajayi at the Rams.
Well, one of these two is a Aaron's dump. Who we haven't had one in a minute. I haven't been making a bunch of roster moves.
Well, the only Aaron's dump is about to be Kristen Michael.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Jay Ajayi. That guy just out of nowhere has been just full on beast mode, and yeah.
All right.
Who's the other choice? Ajayi and who?
Lamar Miller on Monday night at the Raiders.
At the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
And the Raiders statistically, they have a bad defense, but I feel like they're getting a lot better. I feel like I've still just been looking at their initial stats, but over the past couple of weeks, the Raiders defense has come along a little bit.
I'm gonna go with. Oh God, Lamar Miller just doesn't do much, man. He gets like 10 points a game. So I'm gonna go.
He's one of those guys that you expect more of. He's got all the opportunity, all of the red carpet is laid out, and he's just not walking down it.
Right. But then occasionally he kind of, oh yeah, that's Lamar Miller.
Yeah, but even his blow-up games, he doesn't blow up,
Yeah, I'm going with Jay Ajayi on this one, and I feel like Jason is too.
I did.
All right. So wide receivers. At Doug Baldwin at home against the Eagles, or Antonio Brown on the road at the Browns.
Oh.
How can he not go with Brown right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with Brown, but I will tell you that Baldwin plays a lot better when Wilson's healthy.
Right.
When Wilson's running around, missing tackles, running around, he'll find Baldwin somewhere and get him. That's how he just got his 3 touchdowns last week. But I got to go with Antonio Brown. The guy's a beast.
Yeah, I'm of the same mindset.
It'll be close. Baldwin's going to put up some points, but say Brown.
Yeah, I think the same thing, especially if we're talking like start him, sit him. I mean, you start Antonio Brown for sure. But, I agree with Jason. It's kind of funny that Doug Baldwin and Jimmy Graham kind of have these opposed stat lines. As Russell Wilson just becomes more of a pocket guy because of injury, Jimmy Graham's value goes way up and Baldwin's goes way down. And as the opposite happens, they just trend the other way. And like you said, I think Jimmy Graham just doesn't really know how to scramble and get open. He's used to just kind of running his route and snagging the ball out of the air.
He just sits in a spot and waits.
Yeah, Doug Baldwin can scramble around and get himself open and make some shit happen.
Absolutely. All right, next up, Mike Evans at the Chiefs or Allen Robinson at the Lions? We're talking fantasy-wise now, remember.
I have to go Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, Allen Robinson, I don't think he's surpassed 80 yards all year long, so I see no reason for that to track away.
I know he did pretty good this last week. I don't know.
Maybe this last week. I haven't seen his stat line. I didn't go through and look at everybody's stats for this last week, but it's been rough.
Yeah, I just can't trust the Jacksonville receivers. Those two were Hearns and
the brothers Allen.
Yeah,
the brothers
supposed
Allen
to be really good, and they just really it's either Bortles or them. I don't know what it is, but they really just took a shit. But yet, I still won't drop either one of them. I have.
Well, it's Bortles, and the consensus on Bortles is that his windup he's like a major league pitcher winding up, that it takes so long for him to get the ball out that he's screwing these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last week.
Yeah, Robinson's had a couple good weeks in a row. So yeah, he 107 yards on 9 catches.
Right. Yeah, he had 1 2-point conversion and 1 touchdown this week. The only people that bested him were Brown and Baldwin, the people in the previous matchup.
Yeah, so maybe he's finally coming around, or did they finally get throttled to the point that garbage time really kicked in?
I don't know if they were that throttled. No, they were never behind by that much. They only lost by 3 points, so they were in Houston. They were on the road.
Yeah, so put me in for Evans.
They tried to come back in
for Evans on the last one.
So what?
Yeah, I got to take Evans too.
I'll do Evans.
I will go with Robinson. Robinson.
Welcome to the loser category.
Whatever. All right. So next up, tight ends. We've got Cameron Brate versus Delaney Walker. So Cameron Brate is on the road at the Chiefs. Delaney Walker is on the road at Indy.
Who the fuck is Cameron Brate?
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. We went over that last week. I'm still taking Delaney Walker. Delaney Walker's the best receiver on the Titans. So, Delaney Walker.
All right.
I'll go with Brate. Let's see what this fucker can do.
I'm going with Brate too.
And Delaney Walker's actually probably a really good matchup, but that's fine.
Yeah. All right. The next one is someone we also just talked about. So this is Jimmy Graham at home against the Eagles or Jason Witten at home against the Ravens.
The resurgence of Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Well, Jason Witten has never really faded so much, but he's never really been a huge fantasy guy. You know, he likes to block, he likes to hit guys, and he can get open and make some catches here and there. But he's never been the huge fantasy beast.
Jason Witten.
I hesitate to go with Jimmy Graham because he basically single-handedly torpedoed my fantasy season last year.
But according to NFL.com, the last 2 weeks, the top 5 tight ends is Delaney Walker, Jimmy Graham, Gates, Witten, Brate, McDonald.
Wow.
Old McDonald or just regular McDonald?
McDonald, actually, that's top 6. But yeah, Vance McDonald. Actually, the top 5, Brate rounds up the top 5. It goes Walker, Graham, Gates, Witten, Brate.
All right. I'll go with Gates.
Well, he's not an option.
I'm just fucking with you. I'll take Jimmy Graham.
All right.
Jimmy Graham is going to choke it up.
I hope so. Fuck that.
All right. I will go Witten, because why not?
Witten.
All right. Now, let's go ahead and do defenses. Defense. All right. So, defense. So, and I hope you people at home are paying attention to who's we're saying is what is doing what, because this is how you're going to sit there and kind of figure out who you should go with when you're stuck or you've got multiple people to put in your lineups. All right, so now for defense. We have the Rams at home against the Dolphins or the Panthers at home against the Saints on Thursday night on the short week.
Oh, man, this one's interesting. Because we got kind of two ends of the spectrum here. We got fucking Jared Goff that who the fuck knows how he's going to be. He could throw 12 interceptions and the defense could be on the field for like 55 minutes. Versus, oh, man.
The Panthers who seem to be giving everything up.
Well, yeah, and they got Drew Brees on the other side of the ball. So, you know, we got a known commodity versus I can't pick a defense against Drew Brees.
So you think the Rams will do better?
Yeah, I gotta go with the Rams defense.
All right.
Especially because they're buying actual fantasy defense, so you know.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, the Rams actually have a better defense than Carolina anyway, and I'm pretty sure Goff is not going to throw the ball very much. They're just going to run the hell out of Todd Gurley. So we're going to hope they control the ball as much as they can, and the defense will keep them in the game. So I think the Rams.
They're going to injure Todd Gurley this week, aren't they?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. They're going to run him about 64 times.
I think we're all in agreement here that Rams will probably hold it down at home. We'll score more fantasy points than the Panthers will. All right. Because I'm pretty sure Panthers will probably give some shit up and Saints will probably end up winning that game. All right. Yeah. Next one.
Don't give your shit up.
What?
It's not good. Keep your shit. Don't give your shit up.
Oh, whatever. Your face. We don't know that one.
Oh.
All right.
Damn, it just got personal.
Yeah. All right. So the next two are road teams. So on the flip side of that, who's going to get more fantasy points? The Bucks on the road at the Chiefs, or the Dolphins on the road at the Rams? Considering we just talked about how much Goff is probably going to fuck it up.
I'm going Dolphins all day on that one. Dolphins are a great streaming option this week. So if you are looking at streaming defenses, you got a defense on a bye. The Dolphins are an excellent choice because I think we're about to see that the Rams fucked up real good in their draft pick.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw something. I was seeing somewhere where I think the Herd was talking to Eric Dickerson about, I guess the Rams or Jeff Fish something felt forced to take Jared Goff in the since they had the number 1 overall, like they didn't really want to. So I don't know what that's about, but
yeah, that isn't. I mean, take whoever the fuck you want. That's why you're the number 1 pick.
Right.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
but, I know they're coming to L.A. and they got to rebuild and blah blah blah. But
yeah,
that's just stupid if they just did it for that reason.
Right.
You're number 1. You got to take the best player on the field. We still don't know who that was.
Yeah, right. All right. So I will also go Dolphins. So those were our picks. It's all written down, locked in.
No going back, motherfuckers.
No going back. All right. So now we go into a final segment here. Rolling into our pick'ems.
Oh, the most important part of the whole week.
I love that Aaron is last place.
That's weird. I love that my fantasy team's in first place, though. So apparently we got
kind of.
They're diametrically opposed.
All right, so here we go. Oh, man.
Yeah, how we do this week? Because I never have any idea who we pick. And, I'm picking the team we pick, and I still don't pay attention to who I choose.
So for the week. Oh man, should I say that? You know what? Let me go over who we did first. You can get an idea of how we did. All right, so our first game was Texans at Jaguars.
I was 8-0 last week, so it can't get any better than that.
Yeah, it really did not for you. So we had Texans at Jaguars. Aaron and Jason chose the Jaguars. They were wrong. I was right with the Texans. I got the W there.
Should have fucking known better than to take the Jaguars, Jason. God damn it.
Yeah, I know.
We all
never again.
So we had Dolphins at Chargers. All took the Chargers, which is why I was so pissed. I should have fucked that train with the Dolphins. So we all took an L there. Vikings at Redskins. Jason took the Vikings. He was the only one who took the L on that one. Broncos at Saints.
I was watching that one, and I literally remember picking, but I had zero idea who I chose.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. that was that. Trust me, no one remembers who they picked by this time, and they were like, "Wait, what was that going on?" I had to get on, like, "Oh shit, that's what happened." All right, so yep. So next we have Broncos at Saints. Aaron was the only one who chose the Broncos, and that was some bullshit.
Bullshit
right there. I should put an asterisk on that.
By bullshit, do you mean awesome?
I mean, fuck your face. Me and Jason took Saints, and we got L's on that one. Cowboys at Steelers. Jason was the only one that chose the Steelers. He took the L there. Thank you, Zeke, for that one. Packers at Titans. I just went Homer and chose the Packers, and I should know that I took an L on that one. Bears at Bucks. I was the only one that chose the Bucks, and I took a W there. The other two jackasses took L's.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Seahawks at Patriots. Fucking Patriots. The one time I choose these fucks and they fucking lose. So Aaron was the only one that got that one right. Me and Jason got that L on those.
Damn, I went from 8-0 to 0-8. This is perfect.
That's funny. I have zero memory of that. That's cool.
Yeah. So for the week, Aaron was 5-3, Jason was 1-7, and I was 4-4. Which has our overall at Aaron is 43-35-2. Jason's 40-38-2, and I am 46-32-2. So I'm winning.
We got a lot of parity here this year.
There's a shit ton. You can't call shit for shit this year.
Yeah, really. Wait till we start looking at the games I got lined up this week. This is a who the fuck knows what's going to happen kind of thing.
Holy shit! Here we go. All right, I'm ready.
All right, in no particular order, I've chosen 8 games. We have our wait a minute, bonus game.
Wait a minute. I just thought about that. I'm like, wait, we didn't do the bonus game.
Yeah.
Bonus game was the Thursday night game, was the Browns at the Ravens. And Aaron, you were the only dumbass to choose the Browns. Me and
it's gonna happen one of these weeks.
Go ahead and take a shot for that one, sir. That's the shot. That's the shot game.
Double. That's a double shot.
Why would you choose the Browns over the Ravens at Baltimore?
Because
they have to win one.
It's
Purdue.
Dude,
that's basically it. All right, cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers. How drunk do you have to be to do that one?
I don't know, but we're gonna do it again.
He's pretty drunk.
I chose the Browns. Oh man,
I got that one lined up this week again. I just keep putting the Browns in the bonus spot until it works.
Holy shit! Here we go.
Maybe we can pull it out of there. I got eight games chosen. I got the bonus, and we've got an alternate here. So
All right. Let's go.
In no particular order. Oh, you told me in the chat this week that there was a lot of interesting games. I don't know that I fully agreed. A lot of these games look like they should be one-sided, but with the way the NFL goes, who the fuck knows?
That's exactly why I was.
So
what the hell happened to my voice? Did you guys hear that? The voice is fucking like I'm going through puberty or something. Some shit again.
Nice.
Oh, you're going through the change, buddy. That's awesome.
Good on you.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. All right, in the nature of who the fuck knows what these two teams are all about, I'm starting with with two teams that are just completely fucking baffling me this year. I have the Cardinals at the Vikings. Cardinals have completely fallen off. They were in the title game, and the Vikings started undefeated and have completely shit the bed since. So, who the fuck is going to lose this game harder?
I'm going to go with Arizona. I hope they win the game.
Oh, you want
Arizona
Cardinals to win?
Well, yeah, we're picking winners. I phrased that question in a confusing.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Shut your face. All right,
but
Cardinals.
That's really what we're looking at.
Cardinals at Vikings. I got to say Cardinals. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
It's tough. I want to say the Vikings to be a contrarian, but I think the Cardinals are going to be able to get this. The Vikings offense they can't do shit, and the Cardinals defense is good. So
yeah, that's more my thing is. All right, next up. Well, the thing is, Vikings D is good too. Oh, anyways, go on.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Vikings D is good, but the Cardinals offense is middling. So who the fuck knows?
All right, go ahead.
Moving on. Next up, this would be a lot more interesting, I think, if this was in a different location. But we got the Saints at the Panthers.
Do you think this would be more interesting at New Orleans?
I think so.
I think you're weird.
Hey,
yeah,
well, you're
I think it's more interesting now that it's in Carolina, but New Orleans is still winning.
I will go with the Saints. I do not believe in Canada.
The Aints.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lose this one.
God, I don't know if I'm being contrarian or not. Yeah, I'm gonna go alternate. I'm gonna take the Panthers in this one.
All right, and Jason, you got the Saints with me, right?
The Saints have just been fucking terrible on the road all year long.
Yeah, but the Panthers fucking blew balls. That's the problem.
Well, they do, but who's gonna suck harder? I feel like the Saints are gonna suck a little harder in this one.
I don't know. I don't think so. I feel weird just because if they were going to someone that wasn't a divisional opponent, I would say yes. But because it's like you kind of know these teams already, you can possibly get a road win. All right, next up, game number 3.
Next up, I don't know how I feel about this one, but I threw them on the list because I really feel like both teams suck, but one of these teams is really playing really well. So maybe we'll want to flex this one out. But I've got the Jaguars at the Lions at number 3 on my list.
Jaguars at the Lions.
Yeah. I'm going
Lions. I'll go first here. I would take the Lions in this one because I don't believe in the Jaguars at all right now.
Well, I said I wasn't going to pick the Jags anymore, but since you both picked the Lions, I'll pick the Lions.
All right, so maybe we highlight that one and choose to flex it out.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on.
All right, next up, this one I think is a lot more interesting. We got a couple teams. This is a division game, and they are looking to they're both kind of fighting for first place. I got the Titans at the Colts. This is a game that I would actually want to watch.
I would say Titans go into Indy and get the dub. I'm calling Titans.
Yeah, I love Andrew Luck. I think he's a great quarterback, but I think that Marcus Mariota is special. I think he's going to be really good for a long time.
I feel like that kid's rolling right now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the same vibe, but I also feel like Andrew Luck is pretty fucking special. I think that the Titans have a little bit better supporting cast. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts in this one.
I'm going to take the Titans. You know, Marcus Mariota hasn't thrown a pick in the red zone in 2 years.
Shut up with those
20.
things.
He has like 24 touchdowns and no picks.
Yeah, I guess what's coming this weekend.
Hey, fuck you and your stats.
Yes. Yeah, now that you said that, guess what's happening this weekend.
How many times have they been in the red zone?
24.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good.
I don't know.
It's not bad.
All right, next up.
All right, moving on. This one, God, this is another one I wish was in a different stadium, but I've got the Texans at the Raiders next up on the list.
Oh, God. Can I pick the Texans?
I have to take the Raiders here. There's no way for me not to. But God, it pains me to do so, especially when I really need a Raiders loss. So, come on, Brock Osweiler. You can do it, Brent.
God, Brent. Yeah, I'm going to go with Texans. I can't pick the Raiders again.
All right, good for you. I took the Raiders. All right.
All right, next up on the list, I think this one's going to be pretty interesting. These are two teams that are kind of scrapping for just playoff relevancy, and two pretty scrappy teams, and they both start with B, and that's pretty fucking cool. I got the Bills at the Bengals.
Ooh,
and not a primetime game that's relevant when you're talking about the Bengals. All right, well, while you guys think about it, I am taking the Bills in this one.
I'm asking the audience. Who would you choose?
Poll the audience. What does our audience say?
I'm waiting right now. We have old Earl watching our live podcast right now. So I'm asking him who we should choose.
Old Earl.
Oh, he says the Bengals. We're going to go with the Bengals on this one.
All right.
Everyone says, go fuck yourself, Earl.
Old Earl, not just regular Earl.
Old Earl.
Bills, Bengals. God damn it. Bengals. Well, I don't know. Bills almost went into Seattle and won.
Bills are a lot better team than they're getting credit for, I think. I think they get kind of shoved in that division underneath New England. I think they're a pretty solid team. They're a playoff contender at this point.
Hold on, let me look at this. What time is this in the morning? Is this in the morning or is this afternoon game?
At Bengals, it's got to be the 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
4 o'clock if you're on the East Coast.
It's a morning game.
Really? Yeah. That is a little shocking.
Yeah, East Coast games are morning games.
Oh, yeah, I guess I knew that. I'll take a shot.
I'm going to go ahead and say, man, that's a tough one. I got Bills. Well, why should I? I don't have a single Bill. No, Bengals. Fuck it. I got the Bengals.
To regret this.
Your face will. All right, go ahead. Next one.
Oh,
God, I'm like fucking. Oh, man. The Raiders better win so I get an edge up on Jason. Really got like all the same people.
All right. Ooh, I'm going to save that one for last. The next on my list.
There's two. What are you talking about?
Well, I've got 2 left on my list, but I'm going to save the number 7 for number 8.
All right.
All right. I really need a win out of one of these teams, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there. I got the Buccaneers at the Chiefs, and I'm taking the Buccaneers. Mostly because I need it. So go Jameis Winston.
I'm going to pick the Chiefs because my Chargers are out of it, so fuck the Broncos.
That's hurtful, but you're right.
God damn it. Bucks. I'll go. Oh, man.
Go ahead.
I'm going Bucks.
Pick up
talk it out. Internal monologue. Talk it out while what you're thinking.
I had to go Bucks. Yeah. All right. Next up.
It was really good to get an insight into your decision making there, Turner.
You're welcome. No,
I like you really feeling the conflict and weighing out both sides. That was really compelling.
It was because I looked at the Bucks. I feel like they might do a little bit of a surprise thing on the road there. The Chiefs, they should probably technically win because they're not necessarily they're like a explosive team, but they're solid enough that they should pull out the win at home. But I feel like the Bucks might just be able to pull out. Jameis Winston might just have a special weekend. So that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on him, getting deep with Brayton and Evans and them doing work, and this surrounding game doing well and their defense doing well. I'm expecting a battle. I don't expect a blowout, but I expect the Bucks to pull it out at the end. So
I hope so. I hope you're right. Did you know that the Chiefs have won 16 of their last 18 games?
Yeah, that's where I was like, why would I not choose the Chiefs?
Which I think also means 16 of their last 19 games and probably 20. I don't know how they win a couple games before that, but
yeah. But what's number 8?
The last one on the list, I think, is probably the most interesting game of the entire week. It is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Seattle Seahawks.
Who at the Seahawks?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh.
Eagles from Philadelphia.
At Seattle?
In Seattle, yeah.
This is another Russell Wilson
that I wish was in the I feel like a lot of these games become more compelling if they switch locations. I gotta choose the Seahawks here. They're probably the best team. Well, Cowboys, we'll see, but they're one of the best teams in the NFC.
It depends on who has a better record, because if the Cowboys have to go to Seattle, it's a totally different game. But I think that the Cowboys have the best record in football, right? So I think they're fine right now.
Yeah.
But
I was about to say the Seahawks are the best team in the NFC, and then it's like, well, I can't really necessarily appoint them that because, the Cowboys are doing what they're doing, but the Seahawks are in the running.
I'm going Seahawks.
I am bucking the trend. I'm going Eagles.
Dum-dum.
I predict an upset in this one.
So Tarnell's just going to dig in a loss a little bit deeper. I think we're going to get some more parity this week. All right, so do we want to flex that one game out? The Jaguars at the Lions, do we want to switch them out? The other game I had was another who the fuck knows. I got the Dolphins at the Rams. But, Jared Goff, sandwich.
Let's do Jared Goff. Let's see how he does his first game.
All right. Dolphins at Rams?
So
all right, so what's the bonus game?
The bonus game, I'm keeping the Browns in the bonus round. I got the Steelers at the Browns in the bonus.
Oh, so no one's drinking next week?
You're picking the Browns then.
I'm taking the Browns.
Are you? Oh,
shit. The Steelers have been fucking turds on the road this year, and the Browns are going to win a fucking game. They're not going 0-16. I will take the Browns.
Not this week. I'm sure after that loss they took to the Cowboys, I'm sure the Steelers will be on point.
Are we doing the Rams and Dolphins or no?
Yeah, let's do that one because no one believes in the other one.
I'm going to take the Rams in that one.
All right, so delete this motherfucker out of there. Right. Dolphins at Rams are on my list. I don't know why I give a shit about the format of my list because Tarnell's keeping it, but I'm taking the Dolphins.
I got the Rams. Let's go to our next.
I got a feeling the Dolphins may fuck around within the next few weeks and make themselves playoff contenders.
I don't think so. I don't think they're that good of a team.
I don't think they are either, but we'll see how it works out.
So, Tarnell, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
He's putting in thought, bro. He's got to give some intellectual determinations to what's going on here.
All right, fins up, bitches. It's going to be the Dolphins. They've done 4 in a row, so here we go.
Here we go.
4 or 5. They're
the next game's easy. The next game's easy.
The Chargers. Yeah, it's simple. Steelers at Browns.
Smoke
Browns all day long.
Wow, you said Browns all day long. I feel like you should take a shot just for that.
Well, that's probably coming next week. I can't take a shot now and next week for this. I'll take the shot.
You better buy a whole new bottle for next week.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, you better have a full bottle because you made some dumb shit decisions this week. Anyways, god damn.
The Steelers are going to win by like 20 points.
Yeah, that's going to be damn.
Let's go Browns.
Yeah, sure. You say that. Yeah, right. Hold on.
Stop sucking so hard.
Wow, this is ridiculous. Well, because I looked at the standings just now, and Patriots are 7-2. Baltimore. I'm looking at the division leaders are 5-4. Baltimore Ravens 5-4. The rest of that division is kind of shit. Texans are 6-3.
The Texans are 6-3.
Yes.
Yeah, the Texans are still in first place because they are in a fucking garbage division.
Right. Kansas City. Now, here's what's weird. When you look at the AFC West.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up while you're talking about division leaders with 5 wins. Let's talk about the whole AFC West.
AFC West. Chiefs are 7-2. Raiders 7-2. Broncos 7-3. Chargers 4-6. So when you were talking earlier about the Dolphins being in playoff contention, there's like people ahead of them. Well, namely the Raiders and the Broncos.
Well,
almost the entire AFC West is going to the playoffs.
It really looks that way, and keyword on almost. But yeah,
we'll see.
Right.
It's wild how shit just fucking swings because this was a garbage division a couple of years ago, and now the AFC West is by far the best division in the NFL.
Yeah, it is.
While the rest of the AFC is mostly a turd sandwich. So you look at the AFC as a whole, and you're like, conference is garbage.
Well, here's what's funny. It's like while the Texans are 6-3, the Titans are 5-5, and the Colts are 4-5. Jaguars 2-7. Ravens 5-4. Steelers 4-5. Bengals 3-5-1. Browns 0-10.
I feel for the Browns.
Patriots 7-2. Dolphins 5-4. Bills 4-5. Jets 3-7. So that's the AFC. On the NFC side, we've got Cowboys 8-1, Giants 6-3, Redskins 5-3-1, and Eagles at 5-4. That's probably the second best division in football.
The NFC East is pretty fucking competitive all of a sudden.
Yeah, Lions. Okay, NFC North. The fucking Lions are on top of the division. How the hell that happened quietly? They're at 5-4. Vikings are 5-4. Pack is 4-5. Bears are 2-7, where they fucking belong. All right, South.
Yeah, the fucking Lions have been doing kind of the opposite of the Chargers this year, where they're just kind of last minute scraping out a win out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they've got a couple of those that it's games that they had no business winning, but they went home with a win.
Right. All right. So now we got the Falcons at 6-4, Bucks at 4-5, Saints 4-5, Carolina 3-6.
Carolina's in last place.
Yeah. And
see what happens when you play Von Miller twice in a row? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know.
Oh, man. Go bang your head on a mirror. Stop it. All right. NFC West. All right. We got the Seahawks 6-2-1, the Cardinals 4-4-1, and the Rams at 4-5, Frisco at 1-8.
San Francisco, and that one is their first game of the season that they completely demolished whoever the fuck they played. I don't know. Was it the
Rams or the Bears? One of the two.
I think it was the Rams. Yeah. They did the same thing last year. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that team except for everything, but God, they just fell off.
So that's what the division looks like. So it's weird talking we're talking about parity, and you're like, oh yeah, no, they should totally win. Like the whole thing with the Bengals and the Bills, and it's like, yeah, I just told us the Bengals, but it's like they only won 3 games. Like, why should I be picking them?
Yeah, we got division leaders that have won 5 games, right? So it's like, it's nuts. And a lot of these games, you change 1 or 2 plays, and it's a completely different thing.
Yep, it sure is.
Like that pick 6 in San Diego.
Oh, man. Yeah, that changes a whole hell of a lot. All right, so that's it for this week, week 11. I hope this was fun. I hope this was informative. Hope you got your lineup sets. I hope if you're doing any pick'ems and betting anything, you know who to choose based on us. For the record, I'm in the lead, so you're probably listening to me.
Says the guy in last place in our fantasy league. I mean,
but see if you're betting. So for fantasy, for pick'ems, I'm the guy to go to. All right, so
I am not going to argue you on that one.
Yeah, Jason. It depends on the week because he goes 8-0 and then he goes 1-7. So I don't know. So
He just makes shit up as he goes along. I think he's throwing darts.
Yeah. All right. So for Aaron and Jason and all Fantasy Football Fiesta world, I am Tarnell. This has been Fantasy Football Fiesta. We will see you next week on Tuesday for Week 12. We only got a couple weeks left before we are all in the postseason. So hunker down, tighten up, get your lineups and shit set, and we will see you next time. Peace.